Salutations, my name is Phil, aka JC7. Welcome to another exciting City of Heroes video. Today is going to be a little bit more of a long form video going over something that gets requested a lot, which is how to get your, how you can get the patron powers. So for those of you who are new, let's first explain what those are. So when you are building your character, right, and you're respecing, normally this is what you call your primary power set in the left column and your secondary power set in the right column, right? And as you're picking powers, you'll have the opportunity at some point here to choose from one of these power pool sets. And we call these the ancillary power pool sets, right? And you can pick between concealment, experimentation, fighting, flight, force of will, leadership, leaping, medicine, presence, sorcery, speed, and teleportation. And you can take several of these over the course of your character's career, and you can mix and you can match. And usually one thing you'll always want to do is pick up a travel power in there and that sort of thing. But as you go through the levels, and I'm going to go through these really quickly here, and you're going to see at the top I'm at level 21. All right, we can put a little one of these in here too. So we're at level 31. Now we're ready for our 34 respector, 34, 35, whatever it is. You'll now see there's a new option in the upper right-hand corner that says pick from an epic power pool, okay? The epic power pools are Arsenal Mastery, Dark Mastery, Electricity Mastery, Fire Mastery, Force Mastery, and Ice Mastery. Now, there are several other secret hidden epic powers that are called the Patron power pools, and they're from the villain patrons on the red side of the game. Now, this is something that a lot of blue players don't even know about, but you can unlock several other ones, and they have different powers. Now, for this particular character, I didn't go out looking for them because I'm mostly using Force Mastery, and I believe you can only have one of these things going, really. And this one works really well for this character. But let's say she wanted is it Mace Mastery or Moo Mastery or whatever the hell it's called from the villain side. How would you get that on this character? Or a villain character, by the way. I don't think do you automatically get access to a 35? You might. But how do you get that on a hero character? So let's do that. Now, before you go about doing this, you should ask yourself, do you have it unlocked? Because you might have done it. If you got like a little 45, 50 character, you might have done it. You might have ran with a friend and did it and totally forgot about it. One way to find out, obviously, is just to look to see if you have one of those powers already. But if you don't know for sure, you can always do a respec like I just did here, /respec, and then get to the level 34 and see if you have patron powers here. And you can see she does not. So we need to unlock this on this character, all right, if we want to do that. Now, I picked a hero on purpose to make this more difficult because now she's going to have to find a way to go over to the red side and do this, right? And that's what this video is going to be about. It's going to be talking you through the entire process of getting your patron powers. And I'm going to do a long form video so that you can kind of follow through all of the steps. And hopefully I can do some timestamps or something to make things a little bit easier for people. Or somebody else can do timestamps. Now, before, now we can change, so first step is we're going to need to change our alignment to a villain. But before you do that, if you play the game like I do, and you do alignment missions and stuff, and I just realized how dark it is in here, but let me turn on the light or two. But if you do alignment missions, one thing you want to do before you go is go up to contact and take a look at how many alignment points you have, right? So you can see I have 7 out of 10. Now, as you might recall, when you get 10 out of 10, you get what's called a morality mission. That morality mission will get you 40 reward merits. So if you have 7 out of 10, you've got roughly, let's say, 20 reward merits worth in a manner of speaking, right? You're like more than halfway there, so you probably got like 25. You don't want to change your alignment with Null the Gull because you'll lose all this alignment progress. You might not care. Me personally, I care. So I'm going to finish this alignment track first and fill this up and get the morality mission to get my 40 reward merits before doing the villain story arc. That's just me. You do you. You can do it right now. You'll just lose this progress. And that's worth about probably 3 million, 4 million influence worth. So You do you. For me, that's another piece of luck of the gambler there. So I'm going to finish out what I'm doing here first. Okay, I'm going to finish that out first. So I'm going to do 3 more alignment missions. Now, for this YouTube recording, I'm not going to show me doing all 3 alignment missions plus the morality mission. We're going to stream it right now for those of you watching the stream, but for the YouTube video, we'll cut it here, and then I'll turn it back on when we're finishing up those morality missions to take you all to the next step, okay? So I'll be right back in a moment. So I just finished up a few more of those alignment missions, and now you can see this alignment bar is nice and completely full. I now need that morality mission worth 40 merits, because alignment mission is not a morality mission, that's just another alignment mission. We can get tips off of just about any enemy that we kill, so it doesn't matter if they're our level or not. It doesn't matter. Just go around, start killing things. Eventually, you'll get a tip. There we go. You get that tip really quickly most of the time, too. So if we take a look here, we got the Hero Morality Mission. Okay, this is going to be what's worth 40 merit rewards, guys. So go ahead and use that guy up before you do the villain thing. Go ahead and use this guy up and get your 40 reward merits. My character here, just for curiosity's sake, has 495, so this will bring you up to 500 and change and get her close to 600, which is what you need for like a full winter set, right? So, yeah, so we want to save the Bane Spider and do that guy there. So we'll go and do that. And we just need to board a transit now to get there. So we'll go over to the transit. Yeah, right. It won't drop the morality mission until after the 10 alignment missions are done. That's correct, Lord Chaos. You have to do them, and then you have to go kill something else. And in my experience, it drops pretty quickly. Unlike most alignment, if you're completely out of alignment missions, it can take a while to get another one. I usually go slaughtering people in Perez Park if I'm really hot and heavy for one. But, I mean, that's usually also a good indication to maybe go do some Ouroboros story arcs, and just you'll get them naturally from killing anything, really. So you might as well do story arcs and earn merits from story arcs at the same time. Absolutely. So I finished up that morality mission. You can see here in the chat up here, I got 40 units of reward merits. And if we take a look here, I got 535 total now. So that's a nice little bump in reward merits for doing a bunch of fun missions like that. And now we're ready to go and start becoming, quickly switch over to villain and come back here. Now you will lose any tips. I think you'll lose some tips and stuff, but not a big deal. All right. So to do that, we need to go to Pocket D. Actually, I'm really close to leveling up. That's kind of tempting, but now we'll go to Pocket D. Pocket D. We'll go to Null the Goal. Okay. So it is now time for Kim Archer to become a villain or to go do those quests over there. So you will have to talk to Null the Gaul, and somebody else can do this for you and get you in, and people will do this sometimes. But we're going to let's see here. Just talk to Null the Gaul. What can you do? Can you change my alignment? I want to be a villain, and we'll leave, and boom. Alright, so now we're ready to work for the red side in order to get our superpowers. I'm just thinking to myself that all Kim here has done, she has not really become a villain, but she's going undercover, because that's what she does, right? So I should probably give her a red outfit, right? Wouldn't that have been funny if I made her outfit red for this? Okay, that's too good to pass up, boys. Alright, we're gonna, just go over here and just... No, I'm not gonna do it, okay. No. Okay, wasting too much time. Let's just get in and get it done. Okay, stop it, Phil. Okay. Anyways, you're going to want to go to Granville to start these epic power doodaddy missions, right? You need to go to Granville. Now, there's no direct thing from Pocket D to Granville, and because this character's never been on villain side, I can't just quickly long-range teleport over there. So go to someplace like Port Oaks and find a boat that'll take you to Granville. I really should do the red outfit, right? Like, I'm really talking myself into it. I feel like that she would go all out. It would just take me a hot minute, obviously, to change the outfit, but it might be worth it. And whatnot. Just go to the Arbiter right here. Yeah, I'm totally going to do it now. I've talked myself into it. Go to the Arbiter. Customize your appearance. Now, what I'm going to do here to save myself a little bit of time is I'll save this as Kim Archer. I probably have already saved it, but just in case. And then what I'm going to do is go back and customize your appearance. Pick like one of these. This is by the way, this is the first placeholder outfit that I made for the character when I was first testing it out for the first 20 levels to see if I liked it or not. Since I like it, I have since changed the look of it. You know, and whatnot. So yeah, we'll load up that Kim Archer outfit right there. Right, that's her outfit. All right. And then we're going to change the upper body to the red and all that other jazz. Shoulders, chest, and whatnot. So we'll just switch those guys to red. Shoulders, not really a thing. Chest detail, not a thing. Stealth to red. Belt, not a thing. Lower body, bottoms to red. And then boots to red. And, I mean, you want to be, you know, I don't know if she can change her beam rifle to red. That would be pretty funny. No, it's pretty hard-coded. It's a Ricky weapon, so you're stuck with that. So there you go. There's our red. Now, that would cost $2 million. I will use a free Taylor token on that. All right. And there we go. That's a fully red. So this is your villain version of Archer here, and now she's in the system. So now she's a villain. Okay, she's totally a villain now. All right, so we need to get to Granville. And we can do that by jumping on Yale Ferry, would think. We're going to find out. Can never remember with villains if it's the boat, if it's this. All right, there's Granville. We're going to head over there, and we're going to get the patron powers, boys and girls. We're going to get the patron powers. I showed earlier how to find out if you do or don't have them. Generally speaking, if you haven't done the quest yet, you don't have it. Now, you can do any of the patron story arcs to unlock all of them on your character, right? It doesn't really matter there. Oh, I forgot to turn off Hasten Hands. Are you an Arbiter that can train me? Is this the one I need anyways? Alright, so when you come up to do this patron thingy, you're going to want to talk to the Arbiter here and pick up the one that says read the plaques about Arachnos' patrons, because we're trying to get patron powers. Patron powers, right? Yeah, she looks good in red, right? Can't complain. She got red hair, so maybe it kind of goes together, right? She could have dyed her hair black. Let's see here. Alright, so this mission wants you to read a bunch of plaques about the different patrons. So you can read about those. We're not going to take the time to totally... but it's kind of telling you what they'll teach you depending on which one of these guys you hang out with. So it's kind of taking you through... It's a little bit of a tutorial. Okay? You can read these. We're going to skip them. Actually, this isn't too much to read, but... Let's see. It says here, Ghost Widow wants a humble knight. Now, let me turn this down a little bit. Once a humble knight widow has returned from the grave more powerful than ever. Death cannot quell the loyalty of a true sovereign of Arachnos, as Lord Recluse rules even over death itself. Soul Mastery. Ghost Widow will teach you how to corrupt and utilize souls of the dead to damage and hinder your enemies. Right, and then this guy right here. Black Scorpion is a power personified, a mere man transformed into a juggernaut through the revolutionary technology of Arachnos. He will stop at nothing to upgrade his armored exoskeleton. No pain, no suffering, no sacrifice is too much to ask from those truly loyal to Arachnos. Black Scorpion will give you access to an Arachnos mace and teach you how to use it in battle, in case you just don't have enough mace in your life. And then we have Scirocco. The Desert Wind wields an elemental force of nature and bends them to the service of Lord Recluse. With the powers of magic and the occult within Arachnos' kin, we shall always be victorious. Mu Mastery. Scirocco will instruct you on the way of the Mu, ancient techniques that give access to lightning-based powers of the ancient race. And then last but not least, we have Captain Mako, the ocean's worthy tribute to Lord Recluse. The world's alpha predator by right of birth, he puts the fear of Arachnos in the hearts of our enemies. Utterly fearless, brutally efficient, and absolutely lethal. Serve well or be devoured. Leviathan Mastery. Captain Mako will embolden you with the knowledge of the Coralax and the mysterious powers over the seas. So, you go ahead and you've done that mission there. We'll go ahead and go back outside. Talk to this guy here. Alright. And then you can pick who you want to be introduced to. Whose missions you want to do. The one that was recommended to me was Black Scorpion. That's the one I've stuck with. Remember, if you do any of their story arcs, you unlock all their powers for you to choose when you respec. And whatnot. Now, you can do these as early as level 35. Okay, you can do these mission stories as early as 35. You can come over here and get this because you can pick your epic powers at 35. So, my understanding is you come over here, I believe, at 35 and get these done. So, but I usually just wait till a little bit later on anyways. So, we're going to hit Black Scorpion. And now, we're going to need to go in and talk to him. Yeah, I'm glad you're having fun, Soul Calibur. That's what we aim to do. We aim to have fun here. We aim to have fun. Administration. That's pretty funny. Alright. So, to get to Black Scorpion, it'll kind of point you in the right direction, but you will get used to... This can get a little confusing, but you'll get used to coming over here to these elevators here. And he's just right over here. So talk to him. Ask him about available missions. We're going to attack Cray Lab. And we're going to leave. So we'll go out there and go get ourselves some Cray Lab. Now, you could teleport to the mission. But honestly, it is really, really close out here. So, but sometimes you get completely lost in this place when you're getting used to it. Now, I've got the difficulty, I believe, set at default 0-1, so that if you're watching this video, you got a pretty good idea of how difficult it can be. Now, this is several doors. I think this mission has like 6 doors, give or take. And what have you, so there is that. And whatnot. So, as a certain wise duck once said, let's get dangerous. We're gonna get to work. And there's that level up I was talking about. There are oftentimes people who are speed running this, so if you're into speed running, that's totally a thing. I don't speed run, but that's cool for people who want to do it. I don't also kill every single little thing either. I'm mostly here to do the objectives and take care of anything that's between me and said objective. Like these guys. Oh, aren't you just such big bad boys with your toys? Okay. I'm looking for more of those things to destroy. Ah, speaking of. I feel like they're hiding things in this room as well. I'm looking for X93. Oh, look at there. Disintegration spread. Now, sadly for these guys, everybody in this room is going to have to die because they're all associated with him. Well, did he just no-sell? I'm about to say, I thought he just no-sold my caltrops there. Alright, so we've got to destroy the last asset. I hear a beepy. So I'm in the right place. Let me just get rid of this guy here. Alright. I hear a beepy. I hear a... Oh! I hear bad guys, what I hear. So for those of you in the chat, what is your favorite archetype? Ah, can't jump high enough. Yeah, I don't need to kill everything. Stealth does have its privileges. You know, I say that, but then I knock them all over, ruining my stealth. I gotta remember to turn off force field. If I don't want to be discovered. Okay, boys and girls, remember to turn that thing off if you're trying to get through stuff. Don't be like Phil. Yeah. You're really liking Dominator and Blaster. I really like your taste there, Ryan. You know what I feel about Dominator? It's one of my favorite classes to solo. Even if it is difficult a lot of the time, it makes it so much it makes it all the more satisfying when I beat things up. And you feel so powerful a lot of the time. Okay, so we do have our little thing right there. Stalker. You know, we were having a talk the other day about Stalker, and I was showing off some of the Stalkers I have, and people were saying, some people are like, really have a hard time feeling how cool the Stalker can be. I might be dead, but I made it out and got the objective, so that's all that matters. Alright, now I need to go back to Black Scorpion because Sunshine has not given me his cell phone, sadly. So we'll need to return back to him. Let's see what else you guys are saying here as we're asking the chat. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'm streaming this. So I'm interacting with chat while we're going through these missions that I hope you're enjoying and then watching with us. And Chris says, I have 3 electric radiation tanks, energy willpower scrapper, and a fire dev blaster. Oh, so you have an energy radiation tank. an energy willpower scrapper, and a fire dev blaster. And which one's your favorite one to solo there, Chris? Since you've had 3 to experience so far. Oh, you know what? That one's kind of far away. I will use my mission teleporter to go right there. This is like, oh, they south into the island. Alright, so we need to find research data and interrogate Cray, whatever that means. Now, I don't like bad guys being right near the exit in case I need to make a hasty retreat, so we're going to go ahead and exercise our rights to evict people out of our fortress, or out of our beginning zone here. Yeah. Fire, devices, blaster. It comes with a lot of danger, right? With devices, as you see me using here, you really do have to set them up in advance to get the real use out of them. Whereas, like, if I'm playing, I have a fire ice blaster, and I can be a little bit more reactionary with that if things are going south. I can afford to be a little bit more, you know, reactionary and get some, you know, things put down pretty quickly. The way these buildings are laid out is just insane. Okay, you know what? I think I want to kill him. Okay, he'd be dead now. Where are you going, buddy? Right into my gunshot? Yeah, of course you are. Still new. My first character was an energy blaster manipulator named Proto Man, based on the band the Proto Man. Nice, nice. Yeah. Now, if you want that blaster you feel with more survivability, you can always go with Sentinel. And I do enjoy Sentinel the most because it is like if I want to relax and stuff, which a lot of times when I'm playing this game I do. It feels more relaxing, but I really do love how they buff blasters to the point where they are very, very soloable. You just have to stay on your toes is all. You definitely have to be careful. And having a lot of stealth certainly helps. Ouch. Get off my back, Jack. Combine 3 into a break free. Can always use an extra break free. Can we find 3 of these yet to anything? No, they're all different types, I think. Yeah, that 50% endurance is always going to break the chain, isn't it? Let's see here. Yeah, you didn't know about the awesomeness that is Sentinel. You can always try out a Sentinel though and go back and forth with your blaster. Like, I don't think anything you do goes to waste here. So if I play a character I'm not feeling it, I don't delete them. I go ahead and I make whatever it is I think will be better, but I just put them on the back shelf and then I go. Some of them I go back to later because I'm still going to level them up and play them. But I'll try to do a different power set, of course, right? If I made a beam rifle blaster, then I might try like an ice sentinel or something like that, right? Don't do two when you're starting out, anyways. Don't do two of the same thing. Now, when you've been playing for a long time, you may want to try the different flavors of beam rifle. So, but yeah, I would go for some. There is a lot of. Oh my gosh, this is like, ooh, where do I find a good place to stage from? Like up here, maybe. There's a lot of cray around here. Absolutely best escape ever. Right. Let's see here. So I'm supposed to find research data and interrogate Cray. I'm going to guess it's probably up here, at least part of it. Well, we got a Cray eliminator that needs to be eliminated. Let me give this 3 more seconds here. We'll do aim. We just take out that lieutenant just like that. And that guy's gone. I hear the beepy. Ooh, we got an elite. At least he's calling himself elite, so that totally makes it true. Alright, we got that. Now you just gotta get the glowy here. So, playing the game after 15 years is insane, right? Realistic take. One of the things I like about GOG is they brought back a lot of the old games and make them work on Windows. I was playing Star Trek Armada last week. And could you imagine, like, that game was like, what, early 2000s? Couldn't even get that to run on Windows to save my life, modern Windows to save my life, but they got it to work. God bless them. It's been pretty fun. I can call Scorpion, get the next message, look into the gray activities, and they're going to be right up here, not too far away, so we'll just go and do that. Remember to turn off a repulsion thing so I don't get caught while stealthing. Now this is a defeat all, so we're going to go in there and get the job done. We're going to bring our little pet to help us just tear through these guys as quickly as possible. This is a kind of an open area, though, so there is that. But I normally like to keep my stealth turned on, but for kill all, sometimes I'll turn it off, because even if it means sometimes I'll get blindsided, because it'll bring people out of the shadows maybe, or around from corners and stuff that I might not have caught normally. So yeah, there's going to be that. So we're just going to go kind of crazy and just kind of kill everybody, because that's kind of the order of the day here. It's just murder, 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 death, kill. Your complete mission for time token. Yeah, like I talked a little bit earlier about people who speed run through this, and a lot of people will use their, who are trying to get through super quick, will use their complete mission token to kind of get past this guy. But I enjoy shooting things, so that's why I play the game, is to shoot things. I mean, at least with this character. Other ones is to burn them, smash them with a mace, blast them with something, you name it. Yeah. Yeah, what about the 3 shells? Yeah. And just realize you're in City of Villains. Well, she had to go villain to do this. This is a hero and normally plays in the City of Heroes side. But in order to get these patron powers, you do have to turn into a... Now, she's not truly a villain, okay? You know, Kate Archer would never do that, all right? She's undercover, guys. Undercover. So, just something to keep in mind there. She's completely undercover. Are you going to shoot? Do you need a written invite? The thing about Sniper Shot is when you press the button, if you're moving in the slightest, or they move out of range, it will ruin the shot and you still burn the endurance. I have burned through some major endurance clicking the snipe button too much when it's not a good idea. I got superior perception. Oh, I didn't realize there was a little... See, that's why... See, by being visible, I have a pet that's pulling aggro. I didn't even realize there was one in the corner there. I didn't realize that, so that's good. Got him out of the way. One less to kill left to do. Just gonna shoot them all dead. It's fine. Oh, see, I'm out of stamina again. Ugh. Sunshine's a little bit of a stamina hog. I need to, when I hit 50, I really need to get some set bonuses that'll reduce that stamina drain. Do you like villains? Okay, for those of you in the chat, which side do you like playing more, heroes or villains? I like how there was that delayed effect on him just going, wee. Ouch. Let's see here. So we have one for hero, one for villain. So we're tight so far. How you doing, Night Road? How's it going today? Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Hey, Ladira, welcome back. Hero Cypher Ladira. Heroes are pulling in the lead. Ooh. Will somebody come along and still make this a contest? Alright, let me take care of these guys while we're talking about that. We'll hit them with the big AoE here. Oh, that was a beautiful thing right there. Brought a tear to my eye. Okay, there's another batch gone. Praetorian. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. You know, you could spend. Could you get to level 50 on Praetorian? You could just spend all day there, right? I guess that's a possibility. Ah, lovely. Endurance issues, Sunshine. Endurance issues. You definitely have them. Yeah, it's kind of sad you can't stay Praetorian the whole time. I actually did find the Praetorian story one of the better ones in the series, and I was really into it, and sadly it comes to an end at 20. Yeah. Oh, well, you have a baby Praetorian. Well, Ladira, I kind of feel like if you play the villain side, it's also great for not grouping for two reasons. One, there's not a lot of people playing villains to bug you. And number two, a lot of the villain power sets, if you're going to like stick true to the, the villain classes like, Brood and Dominator, are really good for solo. They don't quite shine as much, you know, in a big group, right? Like a tanker will always tank better than a brute, and a scrapper, you know, will always do more damage. You know, so it's like, you know, like in groups, at big groups, specialized roles tend to shine a bit more than generalized ones. Great hints me making fun of it. I enjoy the villain for story. It just keeps your attention and ties directly to you. Makes it feel personal, even with 300 other chosens. Right, right. No, absolutely. Absolutely. Which is brilliant to me because it exposes the villain hypocrisy in the streets. How much I want to believe really plays into the story. True, 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 true. When I start to, I get attuned stamina enhancement, so I don't have to worry much about endurance drain too much. Yeah, if you got the money. And I mean, she could afford some procs and stuff. I usually wait till 50. This character has 83 million plus like 500 merits, so I could definitely afford a few things. I just haven't really gotten around to it yet. Wait for it. There he goes. Alright, we got most of them. We got one more left on the map, so not too shabby. You'd have to go like hunting around for hours on end to find the last one. It's right there. And that one's done. I can't help but be some flavor of Vigilante. It'd be nice if the Vigilante and Rogue alignment mechanics worked a lot better. They feel clunky and inconvenient most of the time. I've had people miss out on merit rewards and stuff because it doesn't want to give it to you if you're not a hero in certain situations or a villain. So it can be a little iffy. It can definitely be a little iffy. Okay, so that mission's done. We go on to the next one. Find info on whoever. It did feel like it got cut short, Real Monkey. Absolutely. It felt like the Praetorians got cut short. The Praetorian story and stuff. That engineer was about to lay something down, but the only thing got laid down was the smackdown on the engineer. Most unfortunate for him. See, I got a lot of Heelys. I didn't realize there was some literally behind that back wall. It's the blasters of kryptonite things like right around the corner. Oh, these are their turrets. I thought those were my turrets. These are their turrets. And they're like right in my face, like, look at me, I'm a turret. 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 I'm like, oh gosh. Stupid turrets. See, that didn't hit either guy on either side. I really am not a big fan of piercing beam. It's hard sometimes to get more than one target with that. Well, I could run through all these if I turn off my force field. Because what do I need to do? I need to rescue doohickeys, which means I might end up coming out this way anyways. Oh gosh, they have sappers. Oh, we know how we feel about sappers. Uh-oh, not sappers. That can only end poorly. This looks like it's important. Oh, you evil little sea-seeing person, you. I can still shoot you when I'm sleeping. Hey, how are you doing, Uncle Sloth? Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back. I hope you had a good rest. Lead protector to the computer. No problemo. Get that endurance back. Oh, just a couple little bad guys right there. Nothing to worry about. Alright, clear the way, princess. I'm not stealth, so you shouldn't have a problem following me. Come on. Come on. It is literally right here. Come to the computer. Why are you stuck in the floor? Oh my goodness gracious. You have got to be kidding me. She's like stuck in the floor and she can't make it to the computer, I think. Let me get this guy real quick. Yeah, she can't move because she's somehow got stuck into the floor. Lovely. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Hug. Oh, where did you come from? Oh, you got yourself free of the floor? I was thinking about opening up a ticket. Okay, come on this way and try to make it this time without getting stuck in the geography. There we go. Good old City of Heroes jank. So is there anybody watching that this is something you've always wanted to know about and do? Because like I said, I get this question at least a couple of times a week on how to do these how to do the patron arcs. So I'm kind of curious if this is helping anybody who's in the channel. Now, Assault of Malta base on St. Marshall. That's going to be pretty far away. This is definitely a good time to use a mission teleporter up. So we're going to use our team transporter to get over there. That makes life so much easier for zipping around these things. Find location of quest and destroy research mainframe. So probably another one we can probably just kind of work our way to the back. Stealth our way to the back anyways. Oh, let's find my little thing here. Let's go ahead and turn back on stealth. Oops, that's not stealth. That is the opposite of stealth. That is the last thing we need, is him flying around. Hi, Sapper. Bye, Sapper. Okay, so at least Ladera's getting something there. That's good. Yeah, I forget a lot when I came back, so I felt like the videos were helpful for getting my memory back in the game. Okay, cool. Real Monkey's getting something out of 2. Yeah, when you get a character 35, some of these power sets are pretty interesting and can be helpful in your builds. I've used them quite a few times. To destroy the research mainframe. There's a lot of floors on this. As I said before, if you can stealth, it generally helps to just go to the back of a mission and work your way up. More times than not, that'll help speed things along a little bit. Obviously, there are other ways to speed it even faster, but this is just my preferred compromise. Whoa. Hello, big, huge, whatever the hell you are. I just want to kill him because I didn't even know what that was. Okay, nothing in there other than big, gigantic, strong mechs. They do like their double doors. I don't know what the purpose is of the double doors, but they do love them. Alright, so there's a research mainframe up there. Can't believe I missed that ramp. And something happened to see me. I kind of had a feeling that would happen, too. What's weird is that the pet doesn't go away when you kill its owner. Let's see here. My current main is Electric Sentinel, and I haven't picked an epic power pull yet. And that mission's done. I've been doing Electric Psychic Armor Sentinel. I've found that to be pretty good. The Psychic has a way to shut down enemies' recharge, so they can't produce more endurance. And of course the Electric will help bring it down. But it doesn't come online till later, and it ends up feeling weak until then. So, kind of keep that in mind. What do I have? My mission teleporter is all down. You know, while I'm here, I should be picking up badges anyways. You want to get an exploration badge, so that, you know, if you ever have to come back here and do villain stuff again, it's easier to teleport around. So grab a badge from somewhere. I don't know if this one here is at the top of this pyramid. Or if it might be inside that building, actually. I think I'll just grab the one down here. Rather not waste the time going inside a building. Should be right around there. There we go. So we have to come over to the mission over here. Defeat Dr. Quadrexen, which is probably the final mission. So usually I've had friends teleport me right here, right when they're about to do the final mission. If you join them for the final mission, you still get the credit. You don't have to do the whole story arc. I just like doing the whole thing. Now this mission right here tore my Dominator apart. Because the boss at the end is an elite boss and really, really, really hates Dominators. Just absolutely hates the poor guys. It ends up ending very, very poorly for them. Now, you just need to defeat him and any cronies that's around him, but I do like to have near my entrances kind of clear just in case I need to retreat. That's just me. You do you. Everything is XP and money anyways. The money starts getting pretty good around, you know, these higher levels, so there's always that. That's a little thing we like to call overkill. And I've probably got enough of the entrance cleared at this point, so I'm going to try to fly to the boss. He'll be in the back, of course. Whoa. Try not to fly into big, huge mechs that can destroy you in 1 or 2 hits. Plenty of groups of mobs around here. There he is. This guy right here, I keep saying he's Black Scorpion. Obviously, he's not Black Scorpion, but he looks like Black Scorpion, and he kicks your butt. If you're, I may have a problem here with the blaster. Honestly, we're gonna find out. So I haven't done this with a blaster before, but we're gonna find out how well this works for him. Let's see here. Now this is randomized a little every time, so it's not like I know exactly where he's at, even though I've done this. I swear this is randomized differently every time. I remember one time. Oh, there he is, right there. Okay, so there's our friend right there. You know, being a blaster, I tend to fall back a lot. We want to make sure our flank is pretty clear. So we're gonna go ahead and take some of these guys out just to clear the black way. Okay. Now, yes, actually, I'm glad you brought that up, Chaos. Envenom Dagger is definitely going to be helpful, and thank you for reminding me of that. I always have Envenom Dagger on my characters down here, and I need to remember to keep that in the rotation as I'm getting my butt royally handed to me. Now, I don't know if I can take this guy out without aggroing the boss or not, so we're going to be take a few precautions to just put down a few traps, just in case. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and try to take him out. And it looks like we haven't aggroed him yet. Alright, so we're going to get our Venom Daggers ready. We'll go ahead and use up. We have plenty of health to fall back on. We'll go ahead and chew up some inspirations here. Just eat them up, boys. Don't hold back. There's no point to holding back on this guy. He's an elite boss. He will tear you a new one. Each and every time. Do not play around with this guy. Give him everything you got. Put the Envenom Dagger in there from time to time. I swear he just healed. I'm too close to him, but... yeah, the inspirations are saving my butt there. I'm sitting at like 60% smashing lethal. I got 51% defense. So, yeah, that's all going to be very helpful. Alright, there you go. Whew! Not too bad. I didn't actually take any damage, but I had like 50, and my defense just dropped. So the timing on that, right. At that point, he would start kicking my ass. And the thing is, when you're playing a non-blaster, you don't kill that quickly. Especially if you're not playing, well, Beam Rifle is a very good single target one. You're going to see all these messages come up. But, yeah, this can be rough for other classes. You just need to have a lot of inspirations and hold on tight. And maybe you have to come back and do them and wear them down and stuff. So if we take a look in our messages here, we say, congratulations, you earned the Stinger badge. You can respec your character. So I got a free respec. You got 13 reward merits. You got another respec. And you got some other stuff. So we'll exit out of here. And I'll show you, now that we're done with that, how it looks. Let me just do the contact thing real quick. And... that should be the end for him, unless I want to go do another doohickey. Okay, so now when we go to respec, you remember we did this at the very beginning, where we were kind of limited on our options, right? I'll just kind of tear through these real quick to get to 35. So 29, 31, 34. We can choose our epic power pools. And you can see here now we have Leviathan Mastery, Mace Mastery, Moo Mastery, and Soul Mastery. So when you respec, you can now pick between these four. Okay? So you do you, but this is something that you can look into and do, and then that, you know, yeah. That's it. That's how we do it, boys and girls. Now, you know, Kim could stay a villain, but we all know that she's not a villain. So we're going to go ahead and actually not do that. Do long range teleport back to Pocket D. And switch back to a hero. And Kim Archer's all set. What can I do for you? Change back to hero. All right, and there we go. That is it for our run. I hope you've enjoyed the video. For those of you watching the video at home, I hope you found it pretty educational. Let me know in the comments below if this is helpful for you. I appreciate all the kind comments and subs and everything everyone's been doing lately. Thank you so much for that. I hope you have a really fabulous day, and may God bless you.